Okay, hi everybody. How's it going? All right, Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. And I'd like to thank you all for coming here. We're live. That's right, we're live. We're broadcasting all over the world. All right, Passive Peeps forever. Here we go. Okay, has anybody ever seen the movie 10? Okay, that was with Dudley Moore. Okay, now I'm probably dating myself here a little bit, but that's all right. Dudley Moore goes to the dentist and he gets freezing. And it's so funny because he's trying to talk and everything and he's drinking and all the water's falling out of his mouth and food's coming out and it's just hilarious. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Why am I telling you this? Okay, that's because my mouth is frozen. I've got a block freezing and if I sound a little funny, I am funny. Anyways, I just hope I don't chew up my right side of my mouth here while I'm trying to talk. You know the old saying, just got my nose fixed and my mouth wouldn't work, but anyway. Okay, so here we go. 45 people. Wow, on a Saturday afternoon here in Eastern Time Zone. And for those in Australia getting up early, I saw Richard earlier said next week is daylight savings time. So instead of 6 a.m., they're going to have to get up at 5 a.m. Unless I make the adjustment. So we just might do that. So then that will give everybody in daylight savings time, they don't have to get up so early to come to the webinar. Okay, so I'm probably not as prepared as I normally am, but I got a few things to say. Okay? Anyways, okay, we already lost somebody here. Okay, they must have been in the wrong room. Okay, but anyway, we'll just continue on. Okay, so first of all, I just want to talk about the Golden Path. Now, Golden Path is done. Okay, as they say that they're thinking of another program or whatever, but they're basically done. And I've had some pretty strong replies from people, not so much directed at me, but people that are in the know, okay, and they just they're pretty hot right now, okay, and I mean, basically I'm not going to get in here and start naming who it is, and whatever. But it basically boils down that they are making accusations that there was never a trip to Russia and there was never a fault in the program and all the rest of this stuff. Well, he's pretty mad. But I said he. Okay, so we gave away part of it. Anyway, but the point is, I'm a little ticked too at this program because, they're talking about only having 1.5 million left. And I know for a fact that when we were going through that period of time of 45 days before you cycled, I had gotten somewhere in a Skype room or something that they were bragging about getting in about 1.3, 1.4 million a day at that point in time, and even one sub representing the number of people they have per day would give them about $1 million. So, there's a lot of truth to that, and yet they're trying to say we only got in $4 million. Well, this is what this person was basically implying, that, this is a big scam, that they've hired a law firm and all the rest, and anyway, we just might not see anything. So, and they're trying to appease us by giving us a little bit back when they're carrying away quite a lot of money. But anyway, so I just report the news. I am not the guy that makes it up. I'm not the guy that is involved in that program in the status of an admin or anything like this. We just report it. Okay, so anyway, so if you end up not getting your money, well, then you could probably get together with somebody. And if you're not happy, I've even heard that there could be a possible class action suit. Okay, and because all that they basically had said is that they had promised all kinds of things, and anyway, so it's not working out. So we're going to have questions at the end of the webinar as always. So now let me see if I pronounce this right. Akil Akil is here for the first time, and I don't know, you know, how he came about coming in, but he's welcome, and everybody welcome him. And or it could be girl. I made that mistake before. That was with Woo, and but my apologies were just extended. And thank God I wasn't on a webcam, because I turned about 5 shades of red at that point. So anyway, it happens. It happens. So anyway, okay. Now, so the Golden Path. I guess we're in a wait and see. But some people are getting to the boiling point there. Now, I would like to give you my interpretation of what Wealth for All team is doing. Okay, based on the last email that we got, and I need, because I've been getting people emailing me or talking to me on Skype about this. And I don't think that they understood what was really going on here. Okay? Now, I'm not against or for, you know, a lot of us made great money there, as always. And I'm sure that their Genesis program is probably going to be a very good program. But, okay, and I say a big but, okay, it does not, it is probably not going to fit into our mold of the Passive Peeps, which is passive income, because they say that the days of getting something for nothing are gone. I tend to disagree, and I guess that's my right to disagree, and our in-house program is going to prove that. But anyway, but I wanted to explain it. Now, this does not stop anybody who's a Passive Peep from getting involved in Genesis or sticking with Wealth for All team. They've been good. Okay, they've done most of the things that they said they were going to do, and they've changed their programs before, and everybody's made money each time that they've changed. But let me explain how they are going to do this. Okay, first of all, they set their percent at 150%. So if anyone has made 150% off, now here's the key, off their original investment, then they won't be getting anything. Okay? So I'll give you my example, for instance. Okay, I started with $170. Okay, that's right, $170. So 150%, the 100% is my $170. Okay, the original money I started with. The 50% would be $85 more. Okay, now I'm up to about tap 16, 17, whatever it was, and you know, getting about 1,300 every 10 days or something like this. And we're all missing that income coming in, especially when all the other programs have done. And basically, you know, that's really sad after all these programs are going down, and then to have other programs like Wealth for All Team, the Golden Path, etc., just kind of all of a sudden shut the door, and there goes another income stream, and there goes another income stream. Well, again, that's something that they make the decision to. Okay, so here's Ann. Ann's in here. Hi, Ann. So anyway, so that's 150%. So whatever you put in, and if you made more than 150%, okay, then you're not going to get anything. Now, if they had a last more or less batch of payments to come out that got held up, but again, if you fall into that category making 150%, you will not get your withdrawal. They will cancel the withdrawal. So there's about 1,200 withdrawals made in this batch. And again, if you have made your 150%, you won't be getting that money. Okay? Now, as far as taps are concerned, if you're new in there and have cycled even up to twice, okay, so that would be 20 days, you're in there 20 days, you will get your money back. Okay? That's the money that you started with. You will get that back. And same if you haven't cycled, you will get your money back. Okay? So, don't expect that, you know, because you were making $15,000, $20,000 that you're going to be getting a certain amount. No, because you fall in the category of 150% of your original money. Okay, and basically, I mean, you know, I've always said, and I've shown everything, I'm being transparent, I'm small potatoes. Okay, I don't believe in throwing in $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to a program because I'm not prepared to lose $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. And again, I can't say this enough, and you know the way that I've often said the way we roll here, it's invest a small amount of money, and then invest a small amount, build that amount, get your principal out, now you're at zero risk, and then continue on with a plan to form an income stream. And one of the ones that works the best is the 33% rule. Okay, that means you take 33% out and you leave 67% in there to continue to grow. So, you know, that's always worked well. Now, so don't, I wouldn't be going and expecting too much, okay? Another program here, which, you know, the Wealth for All team. But again, we'll have to see what happens with their Genesis program, etc. But I can almost say for sure now, because it's going to be a retail, you know, purchase stuff, go and recruit and do all the rest of that. I can't see Passive Peeps putting it up here and supporting it. So once they paid off and everything, you'll be seeing that link coming off of the Passive Peeps, unless they have another type of passive income, which I almost know that they aren't going to have. Okay, so that deals with the two programs that have kind of newly got up and left the building. Okay, now let's next talk. Well, I'll tell you what. I want to open up. I want to open up screen share here. So just give me 1 second. Okay, and we're gonna head over that black screen. There we go. Okay, Passive Peeps right there, and let's just pull this up a little bit, and we'll pull this. No, that's no good. We can't do that because of the recording part. So we'll pull it down. Now, yeah, I'm going to talk to myself a little bit here. Okay, I got to be entertaining somehow. So listen, you hear the one about the three guys in a. Just joking. Anyway, oh no, Dave's going to tell jokes. Look out, everybody. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, we'll get to, you know, certain ones here as we go along, but we're going to talk about, let's get it right here, right now. Okay, we're going to talk about the daily profit. Now, I've signed in here already, so just want to say, whenever you want to look at a program, you go to Members Resources up here, and you can come into David Lockwood's links, and every program is in there. You can go to Programs, and every program is in there. Okay? And there's the webinars here, and then we got the forum. This is where you have to fill in your forms for you to get into the Skype room. And that's a security feature that we've recently boosted. Okay? And John has put down in there questions that that he's sending you in to do an avatar, bring a picture in, etc. And you know, there's certain things that we're going to do to beef up security because of the security breach that we had with the hacker. And because we're initiating an in-house program, we are going to be pretty strict with security. Okay? Now, discuss this with Kathy, and it ends up that there's some countries that have a problem with posting a picture, okay? And whether it's on religious beliefs or it is the country's rules, and there could be consequences. Kathy is going to figure out another way, okay, to verify who you are. Now, right at the present time, we also said that if you do not have your profile in Skype filled out, you would be thrown out of the room. Well, and you know, so there's a picture, you have to fill your profile. Now, if it turns out that you're in that special circumstance, okay, Kathy's going to work towards verifying you, okay? But there's about 30 people that are sitting without a profile presently, and you have you basically have 5 days. Okay, we're extending it 5 days, and then Kathy is just going to remove you from the Skype rooms. Now, if we don't have from you certain information also, like a filled out membership in the Passive Peeps, we have no other alternative than to remove you also. It's a free sign up, and we're not asking for your firstborn. Been there, done that. But we want you all in here, and we want you to be abundant and you know, and to have some fun with us. But please just take the time to go and fill out some information and that's no problem. Now, I'm going to talk about this a little later, but part of the security features is that there's going to be different levels based upon what you provide us that allows you to get to certain areas within the Passive Peep website. Okay, for example, the new in-house program will require you to give us documentation. That means that we want a picture and we want photo ID and probably a utility bill, just like everybody else is. And I know everybody takes a rang over this, and you know, oh, why do we have to? Well, we guarantee you that it's going to be safe with us, and that, but it's because of the program and the way it's structured, that in the protection that we need, that's what we're going to require. That will get you into the that part of the website that you'll be able to log into it, and then you'll get the information, you'll get all the stuff about the program, etc., etc., etc. Now, we have our hands on a really great, nice script to do what we're going to do. And we're very, very excited about it. And because the script is so good, it's going to speed up the more or less the soft launch date. And I'll get into that a little while later too. Okay, so anyway, so that's the good news. Now, that's going to give us complete control over our money versus having to rely on other programs, processors. Are they open? Are they not open? Are they down? And all the rest of this stuff. And so we're looking really forward to that, and I'm sure a lot of other people are too. Okay. Now, these are my links. Don't worry about it. It's, you know, and it's all kind of stealth in there. This isn't being shown to you, you know, to say come and join me. It's not. I just take this to talk about each program, and let's get the little arrow going there. And okay, so daily profit, we're still in the same mode. There's been some updates, but still same mode. That Rick looked terrible, and you know, hey, open heart surgery is not an easy slide, and it's like Sherlock. His name is Dave. Also, he said he had a webinar with him, or a webinar chat, and he said he looked terrible. And I wouldn't doubt it, because who feels like eating steak dinners and all the rest when you just had open heart surgery? Now, everybody keeps saying, why doesn't he get help? Why doesn't he get help? Why doesn't he get help? Okay, so they gave help to Dave. Okay, and he's got some really great people in the forum to help him with that part. And if you do need yourself to change passwords, you need to find lost money, you need to find lost shares, well, if you're in our Skype rooms, Kathy, Donna, and all the other moderators there, they all have access to emails and posts that give you step-by-step instructions about what you need to do to get those things changed. Now, there was also talk about a person coming in to help Rick with the financial part. He's not happy about that because he says, and I can see his point. He only basically wants to have a, you know, you can trust yourself, but as soon as you open the door, even to one more person, then you've left yourself open for something to happen. And it's not all your money, it's everybody's money, and then that's where the problem is. So so I can understand that. But I guess the light down the tunnel is that his financial advisor was told ASAP to get a debit card. Now, they're looking at global debit cards, and I must have 5 or 6 of them, and from programs that once, were running. So I don't know if that's a jinx or what it is. Once you get your global card, your program goes down. But they're pretty efficient, and they get the card to you very quickly. And I'm not sure on their loading amounts, etc. But hey, it's a step forward. When that will happen, I don't know. Kathy doesn't know. Our room doesn't know. As again, we just help by passing on the information. And as soon as we get it, you get it. Okay? So, and speaking of the Skype rooms, I mean, kudos to everybody in there. Not just Kathy, Donna, and the moderators, but I'm talking about all the other peeps that get in there and step up, to answer questions, to help, to do whatever can be done there. And that's great. Now, we also, through Donna, and thank you again, Donna, we had a peep, Ernie is his name. Ernie, thank you very much for this. He has a company on the internet, and he has a very talented programmer that he offered to us to help. And he said, don't worry about his pay. He's on my payroll. Ernie, thank you so much from all of the Passive Peeps. John is just swamped. He needs to get so much ready in the back office for our in-house program, and it probably is going to turn around that getting all those things done will be the thing that will hold up us starting it and getting it going. But hey, that's the way it goes. So John works his butt off all the time, and so I really can see just one sec. Okay, I can really see that. Just give me 1 second, everybody, please. I'm doing a webinar. Yes. Okay, so don't bother me again. Thank you, Cody. Okay, sorry about that. That was my son. He forgot that I was doing a webinar. So I kept hearing bang, 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 bang. And he's pretty persistent. So if I didn't stop and at least answer him, it would have gone on and on and on. And everybody would have thought, Dave, you got one of those Canadian woodpeckers up there going? And no jokes, Steve, please. Anyway, okay. So basically, the global cards, as I was saying, that is that's going to be good, when it gets done, because that will allow us. There's obviously limits. So some of the people that have like 200,000 waiting and pending, or they make 10 grand a day. I don't know if it's going to work out that way or not, that you can get all of that out, but at least you'll have you can take out the limit, I would assume. So it's going to be more than $20, $30, that's for sure. Okay, so and I'd like to say that AlertPay still, or Payza, still offers a debit card, although there's limits on it, but they offer a debit card. They're very quickly on it, like debit/credit card, and if you have money going in there, make sure you get it. It's $19.95, but still, you can load up to $2,500 a month, or 10 transactions. $2,500 always on your card is pretty nice to have. So, and that's just one of them. Okay? So, we've talked about daily profit. And so, daily profit, we're just going to have to wait. Okay? And, again, patience. Everybody hates that word. Patience. Okay. But anyways, there is a light at the end of the tunnel there. Okay, we talked about wealth for all. Alert to pay. I am going to click this, but I have not been able to get in. I was in there this morning, and then I had to go to the dentist and bring my son to karate and all the rest of that. Came back, and I can't get in. So it could be because I have a cookie placed, and I have to like unplug modems, routers, all the rest of that stuff to get it off there. But I will click, and we will see if this is going to work out. And it looks like it's not. Okay, so let me just go backwards and let me try the link. How's that? We'll do the link. And if this doesn't, nope, there you go. Okay, so Cloudflare isn't allowing us on there, or allowing me on there. So, and I'm sure everybody's going, I'm on there, Dave. So, but anyway, but I have good news, okay? The good news comes from Kathy, another research wonder here, from our goddess of research. And they now have their domain in Colorado. So it is out of Pakistan now, because that's where it was, and it was under the previous owner. So now there won't be the issues there. So again, you have to can I just ask everybody to please leave your comments and everything to the end, please? Anyway, so now they can populate their new domain, and things will get back to normal. Okay, but give them a little bit of time to do that. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. But that's a good thing, because they are in total control now of what they're doing. Instead of, down, I'm up, I'm down, this is happening, that's happening, and all the rest of it. So that's good news. Now, they're getting pretty close to that 10,000 mark. Okay, and again, not everybody's, I would assume that even though they're in the 9,000 mark now, $10,000, they close, 10,000 members, sorry, they close the doors. And it's going to be set up that will now be an income stream for those 10,000 people. And people often ask me, well, Dave, how are they going to maintain 7% indefinitely? Well, they obviously have some ways of doing that, and I don't think that they would have that plan going if they couldn't do it and make those claims. Now, that's a perfect world, yeah, I know, but hey, you're going to have your money out of there well before that you're going to end up, seeing if the program does thrive or dive. So I'm a poet and I don't know it. But anyway, so what I want you to do is that, again, when you can get out some of your income, I would get out your principal. Okay, then you're at zero risk. Okay, and that's really great there. Now, just to give you an indication about what 7% a day can do for you, that if you, and again, it's 7% for 30 days. So today is the 22nd, okay? So by October 22nd, if you started with $50, by October 22nd, you would have about $380. That's roughly, folks, so don't write me back and say, oh, you were wrong. Okay, it's just roughly, okay? By November 22nd, you're going to have about $1,900. But guess what you have by December 22nd? 3 days before Christmas, $22,000. That's right. Now, let's say you have a New Year's party, you spend a lot of money, now you need a little bit of money, but you haven't touched your money and you're going to parlay that $22,000. By January 22nd, $167,000. Now, these are projections that are done, and again, there's always that, oh, you can't say that, and all the rest, we're all going to, go to jail or something. Listen, it's an Excel program, okay, and these are the projections. Again, let's make a disclaimer that results will vary. You know that one that starts, results will vary based upon, your investment and based upon this and that and all the rest of the stuff. Of course it is, because that's a perfect world. But we're not in programs forever, okay? We're in programs for now, okay? That's what we all have to understand about the internet business and programs. Not forever, just for now. And the way that that works is that a good program will last over 6 months. Now, not meaning that a program that dives in 6 months isn't a good program. It's just unfortunate that it cacks, right? So basically what you're doing here is that you're trying to get in 2 months, maybe 3, build, get your principal, get some income out. Now you're at zero risk. Okay, and keep it going until it is gone. If it ever is gone, and that's great. Okay, that's the way we have to go with this. Okay, so there you go. And so, you know, hey, if it turns out by Christmas time that $50 has turned into that, well, Merry Christmas. That's what I say. And if it's less than that, who cares? You know, as long as you made some money up to that point, and it's more money than what you started with. Now, that can give you some pretty nice money leading up to Christmas time, and everybody likes to have enough money in there that they can buy presents and have friends and family over and have turkey dinner and have all the rest of it. And you know, that's basically the way that rolls. So David Collins and his helper Kathy doing a wonderful job. And if you were signed up after the 14th, they had backup data to the 14th of September. If you signed up the 15th, the 16th, I'm going to stretch it even to the 17th, and you were asked to sign up again. If you had money in there, you were again asked to either Google chat or go on their Facebook page and chat with them to show them that you had X amount of dollars in there, etc. Now, again, they've been up, they've been down, and people are frustrated. Where do I find Google chat? You know, what's their Facebook page? Well, it's all listed in our rooms, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, I think Donna, Kathy, all the moderators, they must have answered that 50 times if they've answered it once. Okay, which again, we won't get into it, but scroll up when you come on there and make sure from the last time you were on there that you're going to get caught up with all the updates. Okay, so here we go. Next program is Fast Cash Mega, and I have that one up. So here we are. Now, Fast Cash Mega is a real solid program. The owner is a friend of Kathy, old-time friend, and that makes us feel very comfortable in what we recommend and suggest, and we run into problems. Well, that gives us you know, an outlet for us to, you know, address the issues of our members, our peeps, and that. And they're set up two ways here. Now, they have a 3% program. That's basically why we're in there. Why were we in Alert to Pay? Because they offered a 7% program for the first 10,000 members. Because they also have a 3%. Now, unlimited people can get into that in Alert to Pay, but we want you there for that 7%. So if you haven't gotten your registration in there yet and your $25, then I would make sure that you do it before all spots are gone, because of how much you can make in there. But with this program, we're in here for the 3% plan. Now, that's solid 3%, and again, I keep repeating myself, but I'll tell you again. I got into just being paid September 11th. They are now profit clicking of last year. And from $70, now I'm not counting referrals or referrals, but from $70, okay, over $20,000. And that's at 2%, and on weekends they changed it to 1.5%. Okay, so that $70 turned into over $20,000. Now, 3%, and you keep building, what do you think it's going to return in a year from now? And I don't want to hear from people like, well, how do you know it's even going to keep going and that? You don't. You don't know that. And I didn't think that JVP would keep going, but it did, and it gave me $20,000. And I'm talking about $20,000 that was actually taken out and spent, mostly on bills and all the rest of that stuff, and needs for children and all the rest. But hey, it was a provider and a good one. And a lot of other people here also made some really great money from it, and they were it gave them the ability to invest that money into other programs, which they are doing well in also, and they have some money left, probably, that they can get into other new programs, and especially our in-house program. But anyways, when you first sign up to here, I'm going to show you in a minute, we created spots in Passive Peeps where you can sign up to both of these programs. And you're basically assigned one of the staff as your upline. It doesn't mean you've got to do it. okay, but it helps the site to raise some cash also, and you know, because it's very expensive to run it. So but just the same, you can get in there, you can get it. So when you first sign up to here, you end up having, if I can just scroll down, it's a one-up system. So the first person that you sign up to, you have to pass up to your sponsor's sponsor, if I'm not mistaken, and then everything starts coming to you. And it's pretty good stuff. So the 3% system, it's daily for 60 days, and that totals 180%. Okay, and anyway, they have cyclers, and that's what I want to talk to you about. When you first sign up for this, you need to qualify yourself by buying a cycler spot, because that's $10. And from that point on, you qualify then to buy profit units. That's what it's called. And so you can keep on adding money in there, and it's going to pay you your 3% daily. And you know, at 3%, it doesn't take long. Now, there's a 70-30 split in this program, but 30% goes back to the repurchase, repurchase spot, which the only place to spend repurchase money is on cyclers. And they have cyclers that go all the way up to $5,000. Now they're paying 300% on that, so your $5,000, you collect $15,000. Okay, so that's the way that runs. But there's a lot. I've cycled $10, $20, $40, and you know, but we're not in it for that. That's a 300% bonus that you're getting. We're there for the 3%. This is our workhorse. Okay, so don't expect to come in here and make a lot of money quickly. That's why you have alert to pay. And if DPA ever gets paying, then everybody's going to be jumping for joy, because we all have so much money that we built up in there, and we have pending. So it could still turn out to be a great Christmas, okay, for everyone. Now, and of course, if you like turkey, I don't. It reminds me of WKRP. It was a radio station show, and they decided for a promotion for WKRP. This was Herb Tarlett, wasn't he? Always dressed in a white polyester suit with the white shoes and the white belt and all that. And they decided they were going to drop turkeys over Cleveland. And that was going to be their promotion, was dropping turkeys. Well, anyways, you can imagine frozen turkeys dropping out of a plane and the damage it did, but it was hilarious. Those old shows are pretty nice stuff, but let's get back on to business. So, but yeah, this is a program here that will just keep paying you solid. Okay. Now, let's get. I'm not going to go in to my account here. I'm just going to basically, over the next little while, I'll talk about transparency, but I'm just not going to come out here and just, you know, flash this account and that account, because I'm sure that's how I became a target for the hackers. And same with everybody. It's information that you probably shouldn't be out there sharing, etc. And I know we get all excited, and I know the guys, they tend to have, excuse the language, a little bit of a blank contest. You know, well, you know, I've got more than you got and stuff like this. But it basically, everybody's got something out of that program. But all you're doing is you're setting yourself up to be a target. So we don't want to do that. Okay, so this program's running fine. Okay, so we like that one. Now let's go to some rev shares that we're doing right now. And here is the first one, quick cash ads. But instead of I go there, I did promise I was going to come back to the Passive Peeps. And I want to come in here to members resources, okay, and I want to go to right here, okay. There's join alert to pay application and a join fast cash mega application. We also have a setup for World Consumer Alliance, and where you can go into a pool, not so much for advertise. Well, it is. It's you're basically going in there the first time to pick yourself a sponsor. So if you want to follow the sponsor you've always done, and if they're there, pick them. If you don't really have anybody you follow, you can go through the list that's in there and you can pick that person to be your sponsor. And just like my wife, she's never had a sponsor before, and Lisa, she decided to become my wife's first referral. So thank you, Lisa, for that. And you know, it makes people happy when they get their first one, and then they never had one before. So anyway, so you can go to this, and I think if you come there and you just have to click, and you'll get an alarm go off. No, just joking. Here is your join alert to pay application. So you want to come in there, and don't worry about staff member assigned or staff member's affiliate link. You're going to put in the red dots here, okay? So you want your name, first and last, your email, country, okay? And don't worry so much about this. It's not red dotted. Don't worry about your Skype. If you want to include it, that's great too. It helps us to get in touch with you. And you can make a comment if you want, and then you're going to click Passive Peeps Submit. Now we get that in our back office, and then we check it through the day to see who's new in there, and we assign you a sponsor, a staff member. And then you'll get an email from that saying that this is your sponsor, and they will get in touch with you, or they should be, because they need to make contact with all their people they have and welcome them, etc. Okay, so we have that also for the other, as I said, Fast Cash Mega, and you know, stuff that way. Okay, so anyway, so let me get back over here to Quick Cash. This is Tom's program, and Tom is you know, basically included us in so many of his comments and stuff, and he put on, I made a video for him, which is right there, and you can get that off. You can either come here and see it, and it just talks about the program, or you can get that off of the YouTube channel, etc., etc. It's just a short 8-minute one that just tells you what this rev share does for you, and that, and you know, they're like at periods they slow down, but they kind of reinvent themselves very quickly. And the new reinvent is that they're giving money away again for 30,000 shares. So when they reach that, if you're the 30,000th share, you will receive a cash prize. And it's the third time that they're doing this, and it stimulates the program in having people come in here and buying more shares. So it works basically on $1.50 to $2 once it's matured. $1.42 is split between the next 100 positions, and 8 cents goes to the admin. So it seems to be working. It slows down at certain times and it speeds up at certain times, but it's so far been a nice little program to make a nice little bit of money that you could use to get into other programs, or it can pay a bill, buy some food for the table, get the kids the shoes for school, you know, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, we love Tom and we love this program. Now I'm going to jump over to World Consumer Alliance. This again, the first part that came out is like a rev share, and it's the same, except it starts with a $2 share and it goes to $3.25. Now, works almost the same way, okay, but they've got a lot of momentum because they have a lot of other plans coming down the pipe. And I know they've got a penny auction site coming. Not thrilled with that, you know, by any means. Excuse me. They got the penny auction site. They have some other plans to do with MLM. But we're in here again because of the passive program. And I need to explain why, okay, I back this program. Okay, I have discussion though with you know, members of the staff, and explained to them why I thought this was a good program, and we haven't been let down. Okay, and anybody that got in when we first recommended it has to have had their money back by now, because they've been paying like every single day. I make a withdrawal every single day for not just myself but for my wife, and it's fattening up the processors pretty nicely. And for a replacement income from other ones that were lost, this is proving to be a real workhorse. Basically, you know, you get in there, and this is why I backed it. They have a 35-65 split. Okay, now that doesn't mean that you just put 35 back in. You don't. It's the other number, the 65% that you always have to put back in to keep your growth going. Well, that's basically what's called the 33% rule, except they've added a couple of points. Okay, that's all it is, but it's really solid anytime that you're using the 33% rule to keep your program going and to keep your wealth coming. I talked about that in many of my Just Being Paid videos that I did and uploaded, because we were always looking at that cap when we reached $5,000 a day. Well, at that cap, we would use the 33% rule. So we take $1,250 out, and $3,750 would go into repurchase. And the very next day, you would get that same $5,000 showing. Do it all over again, $1,250, reinvest the $3,750, and this could go on forever. And you basically, it can go on forever, and then you're going to end up, okay, with forever 5,000 days, but 1,250 times 30 is $49,500 a month. While you're still growing your account at 67%. Now that's healthy. That's really healthy. Okay, well, they do the same. 35% you get to take out. 65% goes back in. So as you're building, the company's building. So that means you're never going to run out of money. Okay, unless everybody just downright flat refuse to use their money to buy anything in here, which I don't think is going to happen, because everybody's really enjoying the money that is coming here. Okay, so but that 35% that you get, you don't have to do 100% of repurchase thinking to get ahead, because I'm telling you now, the 65% will more than make up for healthy growth, and that means that 35% is spendable money. That's right, every day that is spendable money. Okay, now they look like they're going to be around for a while, and which is good, but get to that point of have your money out. For my wife and myself, we had our money out a long time ago in this, and we're just enjoying the fruits of the seeds that we planted there. So it's really nice, like day after day, to send money off to Pesa, and really great stuff. Okay, just had to wet my whistle there. So again, not going to go in here and flash, but this is a great program. I would say at this present time, because of our situation that we have, I was asked this and responded to it in the last webinar, that we still class DPA, even though that they haven't paid us since July. We still class it as our #1 program. And everybody says, well, how can you do that, Dave? Well, I can do that. Because I don't look at the negative part of just because I'm not, don't have cash in my hand. Because when it was paying, and it paid like clockwork, you could ask Rick for your money, and 2 hours later, it was in your processor. And I think we'll reach that day again, and everybody will be happy with it all, and all the naysayers will be eating crow. So we will leave it at that. But anyway, so this has turned out to be, I would class right now, our #2 program. Okay. Now, of course, when we start our own program, then that's #1. But anyway, so right now, I would put this as #2. Okay. And there's a beep there, but I'm not going there yet. Okay, so back over here, I just want to go back and now I haven't looked for a while, but this is additional resources. Now, I really, amazed and excited about. First of all, I love this right here, our global peeper nation. Now, if you want to see this thing light up, just get over to Profit Clicking because they show like 1 million people, and I mean they got flags and they got writing, they got everything all over the place. We'll get there, at some time. But this is I just like the look of this. It just feels good. So listen, we're ready now for people to come in here and talk in the forums, put some comments in, put some articles in. We'd like the staff. We're going to be training. We say this every week, but we're just trying to lay down the groundwork, so to speak. But it doesn't still hurt the staff from coming in and putting the odd post in a specific forum or blog. That would really help. John notified me that he was ready for Isa to do the translation on the site. She has the translation already done, was only waiting for John to give the thumbs up. So anyone who speaks French, Spanish, Portuguese, what am I missing? French, Spanish, Portuguese. I'm not sure if it's Italian, but okay, somebody beep. So you can read that, whatever the other one is, sorry. But anyway, so she's all set to go. And I know that Frederick said that he would help to translate. I think it was Frederick said that. And there's other people in here that have stepped up to say they could translate in this language and that. And that's all great stuff. So look for that to come. Again, John has been talking about his security upgrades. You really need to get in there and look at that. And there's the YouTube channels right there, and you can go in and see any of the videos that I have processed and I upload to YouTube. And there's the recent posts, and we like to see more of that. And but what gets me excited, I like this Alexa rating. Okay, so I am going to click it. Okay, and let's bring that up now. Okay, want you to see this again. Every time we have a webinar and we click this, it blows me away because we were at 87,000 in the U.S. And we're sitting here now at 76,000. We were at 412,000 global rank, and we're 364,000 now. And I mean, it's like the number of pages that are being looked up, our videos that are out there, and the number of hits that we're getting in our videos. It's all going to help. So thanks to all the Passive Peeps and the word getting out there about the Passive Peeps, our Alexa ratings are going down. And for a little company like us to be so strong, that really shows what our spirit's about here. And so that's really great. I just love seeing that. Okay. Now, John, also, if I can just go back, and I just want to show you, he did put a time zone world map in here, and you can see here. Again, it's not centered right, but just the same. You can see that all you have to do is you look where you are, and you just click, and then you can see what the time is clicking over at the other part. Okay, so you can pick, I'm over here, it says Montreal, but I'm down here in Toronto off of Lake Ontario right there. And, so you just have to click one section over, let's say in Russia or China, whatnot, if you want to find out. Just follow the rules or the guidelines they have to find that out. And Bob's your uncle. Oh, Bob's on here. Everybody loves Bob. Okay, so there's that. I love that part. Okay, now okay, what is left in here? Kathy now is called Site Scoops. That's her feature. Okay, she used to be Kathy's Corners, and sorry, that was our fault. We put that in there for her, and she thought she sold jam. Old Mother Hubbard, go to the cupboard, right? And so she had me in stitches after she saw that, and I was rolling on the floor laughing. Kathy's so funny. Anyway, if now, please, testimonials, okay? If you haven't written one up, please write, because you know you're having great experiences in here. And you know, don't look at it based on the program that you're involved with. Look at it in your experience with webinars, with the Skype rooms, talking to other peeps, etc., and get a testimonial in here. Okay, that we'd really like it if more people would do that. Okay, and we're going to be adding some more staff, and that will require them to send a picture in and whatever. And we have it right here in public info. You just have to go over here and did I click? There we go. Okay, so there I am sitting in my Ford 150 truck that I don't have anymore, but there I am. And then there's John. He's always smiling, always having a great time. And by the way, we were working so hard, more John than me, but John was working so hard in getting Talk Fusion up for this webinar, but you know, we just came to a brick wall again, and we're going to figure that out. And so we keep saying that next time, but it's going to happen. Okay, so John's our webmaster and our site admin. And there's Kathy. That's our research goddess and development team. And there's Donna. Okay, that's blog and forum admin. And what else do we have? There's Jan, yeah, and blog and forum, and she's in Dallas, Texas. Okay, so here's the deal. They all say that. And there's lovely Sharon, and there's lovely Isa, and there's lovely Gary. Gary Cleveland, you got to meet this guy. He is special. Okay, he does look like Santa Claus, and he's as special as Santa Claus. Okay, Thursday night webinars for Bridgeway Financial, and he talks about different topics. Now, why am I talking about Gary right now? Because you need to know where we're headed to be able to participate in our in-house program. Our in-house program, okay, is going to be just that. It's private. And we're not going to be having it out there on the internet for any Joe Blow to just jump in on Passive Peeps, come in, throw some money at us, and then, you know, he's in and collecting money. Not going to work that way here. It's made especially for Passive Peeps to give them a leg up. Passive Peeps, they all support one another here, so you know, hopefully that's here to support all the Passive Peeps. And doesn't mean that we can't bring more people in, but there's going to be that stepping stone of having to fill out your application or your membership, submitting a photo and all the rest of that stuff. So it won't be as quick as ABC, but you'll be able to get in there. You'll be in a queue, and as we process you, that will enable you to get into that section in our back office or our back part of our website, and from there you'll be able to go to the script, and you'll be able to invest. Well, I can't say invest. Let's just say put some money there to make some more money. Okay, it's going to be offshore. I can say that much. So, and we're not using a processor. Okay, you will be requested to send a bank wire. So that means anybody in the world can send us a bank wire from your bank, and you won't have to go through processors. So that means that if anybody has got problems working or functioning, but yet you can go to your bank, well, then you'll be able to put some money in. Okay. Now, okay, what I also, but the only other thing I'm going to say about the program is just start putting a little bit of money aside, okay? And we haven't come to a firm decision about what the starting amount is, but because of the way that we're doing this, it's going to possibly have a minimum of $100. Now, it's not cast in stone, but that looks like what is going to be needed, or it won't be worth you being in our program. Okay, I'll just put it that way. It's not that we don't want you in the program, it's just that because of the way that it is, you're going to need about that to start. The more the merrier. Now, I'll let you wrap your heads around something right now. Okay, and that is that because people quite often think that they don't have an opportunity to get in fast enough into a new program. Well, we're going to have what, like you see in other places, what's called a soft launch. Okay, and basically the way that that's going to work is that you've got some kind of idea about how much money you want to start with. Now, before you do that, we are going to put the particulars down as about what the return's going to be and what the term is going to be. Okay, and at that point in time, then you will put your money in to the soft launch, okay, which will probably be about 10 days prior to us knowing when we're going to blast off. Okay, because we have a number of steps that we have to go through. Okay, so you need to know what to do, so you need to know what Gary knows. And that's why you should be coming, because then you need to know how we're going to operate this. And if you come to Asset Protection 101, 102, 103, 104, etc., you'll know exactly what we're doing. We're not hiding anything, but we're not going out there blah, 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 because it's exclusive for peeps. Okay? Anyway, at that saying that here, let's I'm going to stop screen share. There was something else. I'm having a sometimers moment here. I was going to discuss oh, I'm sure I'll remember it at some point in time, but let me just stop the screen share for a sec, and let's light up the board here one more time. And there we go. Okay. Steve saying, can we repurchase in this program? Okay, next thing. Okay. Okay, the next thing that I will share with you. Did this not share? Come on, let's get it up. Here it comes. Forgot to press the share button. Okay, there. That's all I want to get up there. Okay, now this this basically this isn't going to be set up like anything that you're in right now. I guarantee it. Okay, and but it's going to have a very easy access. I must say the script that good old Phil from Australia sent us. You know, it's just not one of your cheap $100 scripts. It's expensive, but it's worth it, and it kind of gives us the opportunity right from the get-go, etc. We have to tie that in, but it's something that you'll never see, you know, for a long time, unless, you know, people get to be copycats. Well, there's a lot to do. So on that note, I won't tell you exactly what it is going to be, but just, you know, I'll just tell you right now, there will be an opportunity. Everybody will have to do their deposit to the program, and then before the blast off or the hard launch. So we'll do the soft launch first, and then we'll get things set up, and then we'll have the hard launch, and away you go. Okay, which is going to lead down the road to quite a few different opportunities for everybody, and we hope that that's all you're ever going to need is to come into Passive Peeps and involve yourself with our programs, and that's it. So, and we won't have all the hassles that everybody else is having because of the way it's set up, thanks to Gary Cleveland. Okay? Okay, yes, it's very exciting, and we love it. Okay, so what else do we have here? Okay, so Aaron's saying here, win for all team. What happens if you cycle multiple times and kept buying taps, never withdrawing any money, but the amount used to repurchase tap is over your startup cost? As I said, if you've retrieved 150%, then it doesn't matter if you were on tap 50. Okay, you're only going to get 150% of your original money invested. If you put 1,000 in and you have gotten back $1,500, there is no more do re mi coming to you. Okay, that's it. Doesn't matter if you have 50 taps or you were making 3,000 a day or whatnot. It's over with then. Okay, it's 150%. That's it. So, Aaron, sorry. If you haven't got your money out, then whatever you started with, then you will get that back 150%. And I have to say I'm not 100% sure that, let's say somebody's put in $3,000 and they haven't gotten their 150% out. Are they going to at least cover the 3,000? So that's something that we're going to find out very shortly, and that's supposed to come by the 26th of September. Okay, we're on the 22nd. Okay. Okay. Now, did anybody make note of questions here? Okay. Jampa said, David, you didn't touch on the alert to pay new site. Yes, I did, Jampa. I think you're maybe a little late. I don't know. They've got their domain changed, and Kathy and Donna have all the updates that are in the Passive Peeps group Skype room. Okay, what else do we got here? Okay, Claude says I got back 600%. Well, you should be happy. Okay, and Clement, how are you? Sorry for being late. Would it be possible to fund via SDP into the Passive Peeps program? No, it will not be. No, sorry. Wait a minute. No, you can use their bank transfer option there. Okay, it's a $40 charge with SDP. Okay, and we would give you all the particulars at that time. Once you become a member of the new program in the back office and you qualify under all the security measures, you'll be given all the particulars about how to deposit your money, etc., and what you need to do. But there's a lot of things that we're not sharing unless you're in there. Okay? John, welcome. He says he's new. How do I get my Gravatar to appear as my profile pic? That's John Randolph. Join our Skype room, which is http passivepeeps.com, members resources, join Skype rooms. That's the first one for the Skype rooms. But John, you might want to help out John, the other John there. Okay, you might want to help him out there and to get his picture. Okay, I guess the Skype rooms are also going to have directions there. Okay, so that will work out. And somebody's got their hand up. This isn't school. Just joking. Now I gotta find it. Who put their hand up here? Just to give me 1 sec. Okay, just 1 sec. Okay, it was Aaron and Avi, I guess it was. Okay. Yes, well, you have to put your question in, unless I missed it. Okay, we know the minimum 100 for the program. Is there going to be a maximum? No maximum. How's that? Okay. this you can put in whatever you want to put in. Richard, all I'll say is that we've incorporated some things from that program that was mentioned before. Okay. Just came at 5 p.m. Claude says, were you talking in the end about your program? Yeah, talking a little bit about it, Claude, but as I said, we're going to be able to, progress to a soft launch, fairly quickly. There are a lot of things that need to be done, but it's something that is very solid. The setup is very solid, and once we reach a few things done in the back office, and that then we'll be going ahead with it. Oh yeah, don't worry. So when I talk soft launch here, I would like to say October 1st, but I don't think it's going to be ready for October 1st. But I would say in the month of October, that's when the soft launch will be, and I would think that the hard launch would be following right behind it. Okay, like it wouldn't take long for that to happen. Okay, and like I say, when you qualify and John's finished for that part of the site that you'll have to qualify to be in it first of all, and again, if you're bringing new people in for this program, they will have to go through all the security. They will be put in a queue. It's just not going to be bling bling bling. So most of you are already a Passive Peep. It's just a matter of you processing your picture and a utility bill and some legal identification for us. Okay, and then I have my jobs that I have to have done, and John's got a pile of jobs on his list to do, and we're thankful so much for Ernie's programmer to come in and give us a hand, and that's going to really speed things up too. So things are falling in place, and it goes out in our vortex, and then boom, it's there. It's real. So anyway. And again, I'll just say this, okay? I'll just say this. We're pretty sure, we're not 100%, but we're pretty sure we're going to allow, okay, people to send the equivalent, okay, in their currency. Okay, but you'll have to check the currency list. Okay, so instead of having to exchange it and whatnot, we're not big on the US dollar. I'd be bigger on the Canadian dollar than the US dollar. But, for those who have euros, for those who have pounds, for those who have Australian dollars, etc., you're able to probably just, put the equivalent in. So, if we're looking at 54 cents to the dollar, you'd have to put enough in to be on an equality to somebody that puts $100 US in, and let's say you're at a rate of 54 cents to every dollar US, you would have to put the equivalent of $100 US in your currency. So if, example, the pound, you wouldn't have to put 100 pounds because that's more money than what $100 US. So we're going to put it all, equal in that way, and when you're ready to be paid, there's a good chance that we can work it out too, that you're paid in your own funds also. So, but that's what we're working out right now. Okay? Now, I know what it was that I wanted to talk to everybody about before. Kathy came up and she found a wonderful program. Okay? And it is called, Kathy, help me out here. It was for the VPN service. If you can put it in the box right there. It was Corey who put that into a peep, or sent it to Kathy through the peeps, and he had found it. Now, what is it? You can get the basic plan for $5 and change, and what it does is that if you're in a country that you can't use processors, you're in a country you can't view Skype. You're in a country that doesn't allow you to do Facebook or anything what it is. You can use this program to change your IP address. So example, which John was saying, is that if everybody gets into this type of program, and again, it's under $6 a month for the basic, and we're putting up a webinar, or we're putting up something, and then somebody says, I can't get in, I'm blocked, then we would say, well, okay, what countries or what IPs are working right now that you have no problem getting in? So if somebody says, well, I live in New York City, then we tell everybody to switch their IPs to a US IP, and boom, you get in. Okay, so this could help out a lot of people that are being the door shut on them right now, to not only get into our program but also to have access to the full internet, which most people have. Okay. Okay, Claude says, David, in filling my profile, did not understand. Okay, just a minute. I lost Claude's. Did not understand how to put my photo. John, I've gotten that by a few people. If you could, well, first of all, you have to check in the Passive Peeps forum, and I'm sure John has directions in there. Okay, to put your pictures in. But you're not the first one, okay? Okay, and Sharon gave a suggestion, and he says, thank you, did not even think of it. Okay, Cap said, can you please show me how to upload a picture? Well, there's Cap doing the same. And Sharon said, Sharon's doing something to everybody. Guys, watch the tutorial, which John has posted a link to. Okay, there you go. You buy a box, plug it into your computer, switch out. Okay, yeah, John, they don't have to do the box thing, okay, the cloaking box. They can actually just sign up to a VPS basic account for $5 and change, and it's only for that one computer, and then they're able to, through their connection or something, they're able to change their IP address. Okay, because that's what I read there. The box itself is for more like for what we're doing. If people still want the box, then they can go ahead and do that. Okay, so you're getting in the avatar links there. Okay, tell me about profit clicking. Okay, I have to postpone telling you about profit clicking. Other than the fact that all it was a migration. The lingo is changed, but basically means the same thing. They're using ad packs instead of triplers. You have to surf 3 ads a day to qualify to get your earnings. Your old earnings, and this is again showing you how Frederick screwed everybody. For the old earnings, like in other words, if you had let's say 1,000 triplers that you, when they did the close and switching over to profit clicking, instead of getting 20 cents a day, which is 2%, they're only paying now 10 cents a day, which is 1%. So you just dropped your value in half, and that came just directly after a restart where you lost 75% again. So is this fair? No, it's not whatsoever. I'm going to tell you right now, we have not changed our decision, and we talked about Zeke this way, even though we weren't supporting them, but we said if you're in JBP, which I made money, I made great money, and so did everybody else. If you haven't got your principal out, get your principal out, okay? Because it seems to be chop, 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 and I don't think that's fair at all, that you get cut by 50%. Which means that you get cut in your referrals money, you get cut everywhere, and you know, this is basically what's going on. So I don't think that's fair at all, and I don't mind voicing that. Okay, and people will say, "Well, Dave, you made money." Yeah, I did make money, but I am not one that likes to, you know, when I'm going to tell you right now, Okay, I admit my mistakes. Okay, but it's like it's too easy for internet programs to just say, oh, well, we have to change this or whatever, because they put in their terms of service that one little line that says that anytime we get to change, the rules of the game. And it's sort of like my toys, and if you don't like it, then don't stay and play. And I'm going home with my toys. If you tell everybody and you make your promise and commitment to come through and pay somebody at a certain rate, if that doesn't happen, then you're a cheat as far as I'm concerned. Okay? And if it's a legit problem, yeah, then we can forgive and move on. But if you're just doing it to benefit yourself, or you want more money in your pocket, then you don't deserve the time of day from any of us. So, and that's what I think, that why would you change us and put us all back 50% more? So, I was making anywhere from 300 to 600 a day in there in profit clicking from referrals and referrals, and now they just dropped me to 150 to 300. Okay, just like that. Okay, so anyway, but you do end up buying new ad packs and everything like this. You're only getting 1% on the weekends, 2% during the week, but don't be surprised if that doesn't happen. As far as withdrawals, they have 5 options. Each one max $250. Okay, so that's $1,250. But you have to access all 5 of them. And I will not do anything with Liberty Reserve. I will not do anything with Perfect Money. And I will not do anything with Eagle Pay based on the amount of fees that they're charging, and that my funds could be just taken without any reason and stolen from me from Perfect Money and Liberty Reserve. So that's where I stand on that. And why be in a program and put lots of your hard-earned money in there when all of a sudden you're going to lose control over your own money? Okay? And 4 days waiting to get in the account with PC. Well, mine is frozen right now because we had to freeze it for the hacker, but because they don't have a proper support ticket system, I am waiting, but my upline is trying to help me. Okay, so my hands are tied, and that's been since August now, and we're almost at the end of July. So, sorry, the end of September. So, anyways, they can do what they want, so can't do anything about it. Okay, well, the new programs start on a Wednesday or a Saturday. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just saying, I mean, we're not at that point yet. Okay, we're still setting up. Okay, and so is STP the only reliable processor right now? No, they're not even reliable. There's lots of problems going on with STP. The good news is that you can use Payza now. You don't have to go through Eagle Pay. So they've opened up Payza again. That's what my understanding is. Again, I'm frozen, but from what I'm reading in the Skype room that I belong to, is that they opened up Payza and you can withdraw directly to Payza your $250. So with Payza and STP, well, there's $500 that you can withdraw. I still don't think it's enough for what some of the people have their accounts built up to, and that's unfortunate. And they're just trying to get you to go these other places, and some of them you're taking your chances. So, anyways, as I said, we have great programs that pay you 3% a day, no problem with getting your money. So why put yourself through all the stress and all the rest of it, and just to and you're not even making what you would at 3%. So, okay. So do we have any other questions? Fast Cash Meg, what about, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, 3%. Yeah, Cap had a question that I would like an answer to as well. And Brett, thank you very much for the banners. It was Brett that made those wonderful banners for us. And John and Brett are talking about possibly Brett coming and joining our staff. He's got lots of talent and in Photoshop, so he can make my picture look like 20 years younger, and he could put hair on me. Those guys from the romance novels, you know, that have the hair down to their waist and they got the brushed tan and the six pack. Well, I haven't seen my six pack in about 30, 40 years, so the closest I come to a six pack is a six pack that's in the fridge. But anyway, okay. So any other question? Okay, what was that question anyway? So does somebody want to recap it? No pun, cap. Just what I'm saying is that Brett, you said you wanted an answer. I don't know. It's too far up there. If you can put it back in, or somebody, whatever that question was. Any way to upload your photo without joining Gravatar, John? I don't think so. This is a qualification cap for you. It's going to be for the Passive Peeps, not only for the program, but Passive Peeps and the Skype room for as long as they're there. So, you know, I'm sorry, but if you really need to put some kind of picture up there, security purpose. Okay. Okay. How about a browse computer option? Okay, well that's John's department. Okay. Now we were talking before about we've already set up in our back office. It's like an affiliate store or whatnot, an option where, you know, somebody can bring something to the table, and if somebody wants to be an affiliate, they can join up and be an affiliate of it, and so like push their product or whatnot. Especially if DPA starts paying the money that we're all got sitting there, we'll have a lot of spendable cash, so it can be an opportunity for everybody to pick up some things that they like to pick up. You know, so with that being said, there's going to be lots of things there that you know, we're setting up to make it like an all-in-one site. So when you talk about browse computer option, I mean, that's up to John. John's the one who's got to, you know, figure that one all out. But I'll tell you right now, the to-do list priorities are to do with their new program. So if you don't want to have our new program up and running, and you want to fiddle around with this other stuff, then we'll just wait. Okay? Okay, yeah, that's what we'll do. Too bad. Okay, program starts in 2013. Just joking, Sandy. Look, see, I got to rise out of Sandy. Okay, Jen, Maria, to everyone, should we be depositing money in DPA? No, no. You know, if you already have money in there and you're compounding it, good stuff. Okay, and just keep compounding. Don't even ask for a withdrawal, because it will go to pending. And if it goes to pending, then you've got money sitting there doing nothing, and you don't know when you're getting it out. So the only option is compounding. That's it. And you need to compound through claim more shares, because you can't take it out and put it back in. Okay, so that's the only thing that you can do in here. Okay. Will the new Passive Peeps program be commission based too? There's going to be two referral levels in it, and if anybody, again, people have the option if they want to bring some people in and sign under them, and then those people bring money. Well, there'd be a level of 2. Okay, that for sure. Okay, you got anything else? We're just about done here. Okay, well, I'm going to stop the recording right now.